We are 10 years old today. This night has been running every Monday pretty much for the past 10 years, which is pretty mental to think about. And in celebration of that, we're having a little party tonight.
Yeah, so tonight, obviously we're filming this now, it's the 10th anniversary of Acoustic Rooms. We've introduced and had so many different people come through Acoustic Rooms over the years. Some people that have gone on to do amazing, incredible things as well.
For me personally, I'm here on the ground, kind of organising every week. So for me, the most interesting thing and the highlight for me every week is definitely the range of different musicians we get, how many gigs they've played before, if they're completely new to it, or if they're a veteran, giggy veteran.
Makes you sound really old.
Also, where people come from, we often have headline acts, one headline act per week, and often they're on a kind of UK tour, promoting a single or an EP or something, and they'll be from like down south, up north. So it's just the kind of range of different people that come together.
The whole reason it was set up is to aid local musicians, really, discovering local talent, to put them forward for things like support slots with touring artists, local festivals such as Dot to Dot and Hockley Hustle and Splendour Festival and other things like that. And it was also just a cool way of just discovering people and bring them up through their own means as well. You know, a lot of these artists, it's quite common that a few of them go off to play Bodega, for example, and then they'll sell that out, and the next show they'll do is a headline at Rescue Rooms and Rock City and so on. And it's really cool to see an artist like grow, really, and that is the whole purpose of this night, is to discover those people and nurture them through that process. Well, it actually started out being an open mic. So in the very, very beginning it was open mic, and then there was so many people coming to play, the demand, that the people running it all those years ago decided to make it a thing where they book people in advance, so they book 4 people a week. We saw like a kind of phase about 3 or 4 years ago where there was similar people playing. For let's make it an open mic and have it just really open, as it's in the name. Who knows what you're going to get.
You said that I began this messy state of love affair, and I drink too much and smoke too fast, that this city's clear my innocence. Coffee's pouring out my ears, it's the only thing we have in here, and my heart stops beating. When it starts, my heart stops beating. When it starts, it starts.
Live, I've been playing for a few years, and singing in general, always. My granddad used to make up silly songs when I was like a toddler, about every story he ever read to me. Well, about 3 years ago was when I started doing gigs, and that was when I started interning for a record label and events company called I'm Not From London, based in Nottingham, and they signed me up for a competition, Knots Factor, which I won. My favourite song to play is always changing, but at the minute it's probably the one that's about my granddad, because the lyrics are just like, I feel them more than any of the lyrics in any of the other songs that I play. You're like my lighthouse out in the sea, there to lead me safely back to the quay, which is like a metaphor for how he was always looking after me. So,
More personal.
yeah, definitely.
What's the name of the song?
That one's called Back to the Quay. Yeah, quite a few times. I've played it here at Dot to Dot a couple of years in a row. I played here at Beat the Streets, and the year after I won Knots Factor, I was invited back to play at the final, which was on the big stage as well, so I got to play at the big stage. Oh, I played with my friend Molly Ralph on the big stage for Macmillan Fest here as well, so yeah, I'm quite familiar with the place.
I started in musical theatre. I started doing open mics in Derby, and then just started making music. And then I moved to Nottingham maybe 8 years ago,
Okay.
and I've been doing it ever since. At the moment, it's a song by a band called Tiny Ruins. I discovered it maybe 9 years ago, 10 years ago. Me at the museum, you at the Winter Gardens,
Okay.
and I love it.
You like performing it as well?
Yeah, I perform it when I bus quite a lot.
Okay,
Yeah.
nice.
I do, yeah. I don't get to perform here that much.
But the times you do, you enjoy it?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
I enjoyed tonight.
It's the 10th birthday, that's how it should be.
Exactly. I'm working on 2 new albums, maybe an EP and an album, I don't know. But until then, I'll just be doing random nights like this.
No skirt, ain't got no sweater, ain't got no perfume, ain't got no beer, ain't got no mind. How is a runaway? Let him at their own cafe. Take me, personally, your love. Make it, yeah, this wrong is love. From a guard you are someone.
I've always sung since a little girl, but I went to my first open mic 2 years ago at the Phil Fizz around the corner. But recently I just released my first EP, so that was exciting. And I did my launch show at Rough Trade and it sold out.
Oh my
So
god,
I was
that's
buzzing.
amazing. Wait, what's your EP called?
It's called Old Cafe. I suppose for cover it would be Etta James at Last. Oh man, that woman has such powerhouse vocals. It's a pleasure to be able to perform that song.
Are you gonna perform it tonight?
I wasn't going to, but I might actually, because I feel all inspired. People listen, they're interested, they come because they want to listen, so it's just nice. A lot of the open mics in Nottingham fail in that aspect, so yeah.
This one is successful.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, if you look on the Facebook page, some stars that performed here, like George Ezra has performed here before. So some amazing, Dua Lipa I think as well, in their early days. So like,
wow.
says a lot if they've come to Acoustic Rooms
Yeah,
all the way from where they're from. I am supporting Fading Blonde at Rough Trade in April sometime. Can't really remember the date.